Hello Vanagon addicts, it's Ken Wolford here at Vanagon. I'm getting ready to rebuild two engines, and they're both in different states here of rip down. These are going to both be 2.1 water boxers, and I just thought I'd kind of let you in on a little bit on what I do normally. So you can see this one's pretty well stripped down. This one is mostly stripped down. This one we were actually in the middle of doing a head gasket job on like 10 years ago, and one of the studs broke. And so it's just been kind of lingering here for years and years, because not only do I have to rip it all down, but I'm going to have to get out this very bottom part of this stud that broke off, like right in here. That's going to be amazing. So this one I will probably do second. The good part about this motor is it only had like 75,000 miles on it. It was super low miles. It was running great. It needed heads. So I'm not sure if I'm going to totally rebuild this one or just see if I can get that broken stud out, replace all the studs, and do new heads and gaskets. This one here, I can't even remember anything on it, but I'm sure it's high mileage. And let's see if there's anything else on these two that I want to remark on. This one, the flywheel's missing already. This one, it still has a flex plate on it for an automatic. I mean, you can put anything on here that you want. You can put a flex plate on here for an automatic. You can put a flywheel on here. The only thing you have to change is this unit itself, plus the studs that come out. If it's an automatic, they're actually shorter than a manual. And so if you're putting a flywheel on here, you're going to have to put in also the two longer studs. So I'm getting ready to get this motor cleaned. I'm going to finish stripping it down first. So what do I normally do? So normally everything where water can get in is going to get either taped up or ragged up. That way you're trying to, not get water inside if you can avoid it. I'm going to take it all apart anyway, but I don't really like cleaning stuff and water getting inside. One of the fun things you have to do is take apart rusted hardware. So here I got these two bolts here. They're totally stripped. That holds this AC compressor mount on. I'm pre-treating it with WD-40. Okay, that's one of my tricks, is go around any place where it's going to be a problem. You pre-treat it. Okay, then also this yellow MAP gas. Okay, I'm gonna heat up all around here where the bolts go into the block, and try to help loosen them up that way. It's nice as an aluminum block because it expands quite a bit. So if you can heat up around, the base where it goes in here, and usually I do about 60 seconds on each one. Sometimes it's almost like finger tight. Once you do that, get a pair of grips on these. They're stripped out. They'll come out pretty easy. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. After I get everything stripped off, the next thing that happens is put engine cleaner on it, degreaser on it, pull it outside the shop, get out the washer, the power washer, and just get all the grease and stuff off. I had a guy that I dealt with for years that built these as transmissions. He built the transmissions for me. He had a shop right next to a car wash that has the pressure washers and all that stuff, and he would just take his transmissions right across the street and put them in the car wash and wash them down with a pressure washer. It's really one of the best ways to get all of this stuff off. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start stripping this stuff off. I may set up a camera and record it, and then we'll get back to you when we get to the next phase here of this rebuild.